Good evening from Mexico. I know this is a negative comment, but hear me out. One of the things that I love about Mexico is that it creates a culture in which children can exist in these quote unquote adult spaces. Because children here are people too. And so we celebrate them. And it's not a children should be seen and not heard type of existence. So for those of you that don't know, Dominic basically grew up on the house site along with Diego. Like, our kids have very much been a part of our home build here in Mexico. And so he's as much a part of this crew as Pancho is, who has also been with us the entire build. So here's what I see when I watch that video. I see a little boy who was excited to show me two different types of tortillas. I also see a little boy who was not only excited to share lunch with his dad and his cousins and his brother and me, but also with his crew. I also see the rest of the crew touching that food with their bare hands, including Fidel moving all of the tortillas. So I disagree that he was standing there without purpose. He wasn't standing there without purpose. He was sharing a meal, and he certainly wasn't in anybody's way. In fact, if he would have sat down in that little tiny space between Fidel and Pancho, he probably would have been catching elbows as he was trying to eat his mamelita, which, as you saw, after he touched it, Diego picked it up, tasted it to check and see how spicy it was, and then handed it to Dominic, and he ate it. I also saw him helping take the mole de panza out of the bag and pass it out to people, and the onions that he was excited to show, and the salsa he was excited to show. And while you are certainly entitled to your opinion, I didn't see a spoiled, disrespectful, or entitled child in that video. I just saw a little boy really excited to have lunch and share it with not only his crew, but all of you. And the best part is that regardless of what's being said in a comment section, Dominic will just continue to exist and be celebrated and live his best life here in Mexico. Like I said, you're entitled to your opinion, but I hope this gave you a little bit more context, because it is, hard to maybe gather things from short 1-minute videos. Have a good night, everyone.